What's going on, people? This is the Baby Father podcast. Yes, we are back for another episode. You've got myself, DJ Ridler from the Baby Fathers, and I've got my boy, man. Is it Len? Len.
Yes, yeah.
Len, I want to big up for you for passing through, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Can't complain. Thanks for having me still.
Wicked. And listen, before I even get into it, anyone who's watching this pod right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, and share it with your friends for what we're going to be talking about today. So obviously we brought Len. He's been on the IG story with us before when we was talking about a topic one time, right?
Yeah, IG Live.
Yeah, and I was like...
for the first lockdown 1.0.
yeah. And now you're back for 2.0.
I'm about 2.0, yeah, man.
But you're on the Baby Father itself this time. And I was like, nah, I had to get back on because I was just feeling the energy. I was feeling the vibe. I was like, no, do you know what? You need to get your story on here, man. So
I appreciate it.
So yeah, I was just like, yo. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So obviously you're a father. How many kids are you a father to, bro?
3 kids.
Yeah.
I have a daughter. She's 13, just turned 13.
Yeah.
And twin boys.
Okay.
Turned 4 this year.
Okay. So you got. How are you dealing with the twins? How do you do it? I think that's hard work, boy.
Yes. I'll definitely say yes. But equally, I'll say not as hard as it is for their mother.
Okay.
I had the luxury of working.
Okay.
So like I'm at work.
Yeah.
She's spending time with them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm definitely not experiencing as much as she's experiencing.
Okay, fair
You know, I had a few like baths and so forth, and getting them bathing and creaming them and so forth, getting them dressed.
Yeah.
Feeding. The experience is there, but obviously from a father, I didn't experience the full 100 because I'm going to work, coming back.
Yeah. Is the 3 kids for the same child's mother?
No. So my oldest is one mother and my twins are another.
Okay. And do you get along with both of the parents?
With my daughter's mum, we get along well. We're co-parenting well.
Yeah.
Good teamwork. With my twins' mum, we're currently not seeing eye to eye.
Okay. And if you're not seeing eye, do you get to see the kids?
Not as much as I would like to.
Okay.
It's murky waters, to say the least.
Okay, so it's rocky boat at the moment.
100% rocky boat. 100% it's like a period of time where I was seeing them, and then there's a period of time where I am not, and wasn't. So it's it's murky waters.
How are you dealing with it? In a sense, as a father, dealing with the boat seems to be rocky.
It's a struggle.
Yeah,
it's a struggle. It's a struggle because I feel like there's nothing that I can do right. I can't do right.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And as I said to her in one of my messages, my little rants, if you will.
Yeah,
like I'm at her mercy.
Okay,
so it's hella frustrating.
Yeah,
like proper frustrating. Yeah, obviously there's my points and my issues and things that I need to address on my side, 100%.
Of course.
Hold my hands up. There's 3 sides to a story, you know what I mean? But I know my truths. I believe I know my truths.
Yeah.
But again, it's in knowing that I'm still clutching at kind of thin air majority of the time, because if one side is not playing ball, then there's not much you can do. So 100% is frustrating, and it's, to be frank, it's painful.
Yeah.
You know, because they're young still, they're 4. So obviously the early years are going to be the most influential years.
Of course.
And in us not seeing eye to eye, I'm missing out on that. And I have missed out on that. And equally, take away from myself is their sister.
Yeah.
You know, she's missing out on bonding with them as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the double-edged sword in that sense. Like I'm feeling it, I'm getting affected, and equally she could potentially feel as well. There's others, don't get me wrong. It's not only me, like grandparents, aunties, uncles, everyone is definitely having an effect off.
It's a knock-on effect.
It's a knock-on effect from us not seeing eye to eye. And yeah, it's a
how is it affecting you as a father, like emotionally? How is it affecting you?
It's eating me up slow. I tell myself, I convince myself I'm good
Yeah.
because I have to be,
Of course.
on a daily basis. But really, I just want to kind of dig myself in a hole. You with me, and just kind of just forget the world and just throw a rock on top of me. And just, just because I find it difficult to pick myself up. Yes, there's compromise I have to do at some point.
Yeah.
There's soul searching I have to do at some point. But off the face value of how it is, it's extremely difficult to manage that because I've got to keep up pretenses in the sense of being everything's fine. I've got to show that I'm good, I'm strong for my daughter as well.
Of course.
Yeah, daddy's good and so forth. You know me, and just instill in her that everything's okay and I'm okay. Because if I'm not okay, I can't be okay for her.
Of course.
So the ability to function has been my go-to, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy. A lot of energy, and to be frank, there's a lot of hiding. Hiding the truth. The basic one, right?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
That basic one.
Yeah.
Now, by rights, I should answer the question, how am I doing? I'm not doing well at all.
Of course.
But I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, man.
You have to put like a mask on.
Have to put a mask on. Have to put that facade on.
Yeah.
I feel I have to. Because if I said, oh, you know what, it's this, is that. One side of the coin is like, does that person really want to hear it?
Yeah,
They ask that question to get that answer.
Yeah.
And two, do I want to put myself out there like that? So it's a continual challenge, and I haven't mastered it as yet. It's a day-to-day thing.
Is there like a way of like your parents? Obviously, we never would like to get parents involved, but is there like any way of trying to get your parents to speak to her?
No.
It wouldn't go down.
No. This is something that her and I must deal with.
Okay, fair.
Must sort out.
Yeah,
that's it. Like no one else
can't get involved or say anything.
Can do that for us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. There's nothing wrong with involvement, but no one else can do it for us.
Yeah,
we've got to do it for ourselves in whatever circumstance it is. And it's that initial step and that process is what I personally find that's kind of a challenge, to pick myself up.
Would you say it's been your past what's maybe made you behave the way you behave, in a sense, the way how you withdraw, able to put a mask on, basically?
Oh yeah, it's life experiences.
Yeah,
100% it's life experiences. It's it's what I've learned to manage, in the sense of being that, not showing that sense of vulnerability, that weakness in me, in order to survive, because it's doggy dog world, only strong survive. So therefore I've got to put on that facade to make sure that I stand firm. Again, my persona, my stature, I'm a 6 foot muscular guy, muscular guy. So therefore I shouldn't
show weakness.
All right. So it is upbringing, it is life experiences that's had me going that way. And again, it's in being honest with you, cowardice and fear. Do I say cowardice? I say fear.
Okay. When you say fear is obviously down to being scared. What are you scared of?
The outcome not being what I want it to be. And
is that seeing your child or?
Oh no. So
okay.
Like obviously seeing my child is number one.
Yeah.
I don't have no fear of that.
Okay.
It's the process and the journey
to get to that.
Yeah. It's the obstacles, is the loopholes, it's the barriers and so forth. And again, it's those effects that each obstacle has.
Yeah.
The dilemma is how I've, can I say, convinced myself or told myself is this, right? I could do, I've done what I've done. Ultimately, it boils down to her. You with me? It's out of my hands.
Okay, can I ask you a quick question, bro?
Go on.
Who broke whose heart?
Who broke whose heart? I don't want to be conceited and say it was me.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have that power.
Yeah.
My heart is not broken.
Okay.
You know, but I cannot hand on heart say to you, yes, I've done so, because I don't think I have.
Yeah.
And equally, it'd be egotistical for me to say that I've done so. You with me?
Yeah.
As I said at the beginning, I think they're not seeing eye to eye in it, in the situation. Some people turn around and say, oh, well, you know what, it's this, it's bitterness, it's this, that, right. But equally, there's my part to play in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My actions.
It's caused this situation.
My actions and reactions has caused, in addition, her actions.
Yeah.
And reactions has caused. You with me? So we are both guilty, 100%.
Yeah.
But the dilemma is, in us both having guilt, I'm happy to say I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I don't think she's happy to say she's guilty.
Yeah,
and equally, in us both saying we're guilty or not guilty, the point still be missed. Our kids was what's important.
Yeah.
And that's the frustration aspect. Like, irrespective of whatever progression there may be, whatever steps are being made, whatever steps forward have been made and progress have been made, the issue still is the same.
There.
And all it's going to take is that one little moment of emotion and back at square one. Which is, again, back to your question about the fear. Like, I'm stepping on eggshells, and that was like, I don't want to break an egg, isn't it? If I break an egg now, boom, it blows up in my face.
100.
So that's my fear.
Yeah,
you know, and you know, of not getting it right, or can I get it right? But I think everything is. I feel everything is loaded, and it's loaded, not in my favor.
Yeah. How do you block out things? Because you say you, like, as a father, you get on with it. How do you cope to able to block out things and just still trying to continue, even still you're hurting inside?
Good question. How? I have conversations with myself.
Okay.
I sound
okay. No. But listen, people do. Yeah. I talk to myself.
Yeah.
But that's encouraging myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? Because if you don't talk to yourself, I'm saying that because man is crazy, but you have to love yourself and talk to yourself for you to able to tell yourself like you value yourself. That kind of makes sense.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So it is that, like, I kind of reinforce and empower myself. Like,
yes,
you're a good father.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
You know, no, you're not perfect. You need to be this person for your daughter, for your children. Like, I tell myself, you cannot survive like this. You won't be able to survive like this. You need to be that. You need to take whatever you can, hold it, harness it, and prepare yourself up. I encourage myself. Do I say the word meditate? But I go in myself. You know, and
that's very important.
You know,
that's very important.
I reflect. What's important is that I do reflect.
Yeah.
I reflect. I dissect. Sometimes not the best way, because I'm my own worst critic, if you will. And insecurities are a factor.
Yeah.
But I go within myself, and then sometimes I just shut down. And when I say I shut down, like, I switch off, like, my interaction, my dialogue. Bro,
I think that's one of the reasons why I still live by myself from today, because I feel that, sorry to come on a question, we're talking about myself, but I just feel that I'm a person, when I'm going to shut down from the world and shut down from everybody, I can go in my house, to switch off my phone if I want to chat to nobody, and I'm just literally just in my own world now, in my bubble. I ain't got to worry about who's bringing me that kind of energy or who's ever doing whatever. It's just me, one. And I feel that that's maybe one of the reasons why I haven't lived with anyone yet, because I don't think I'm capable yet, able to be dealing with that with me, for example. So coming off subject on this, if I meet a lady and she says, oh yeah, let's live with each other, whatever, I think my defense is straight away like, I can't do that, because I'm scared of the whole dealing with her feelings, because I'm still trying to deal with my feelings.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I think when you're trying to deal with your feelings, man, it's just like, if you piss me off, I've got nowhere to run. You get me? Where if you piss me off, I can run back home and I ain't got to worry about nobody. Yeah. And I just think that's just where, how I see it when it comes to obviously myself.
We're not dissimilar. We're not dissimilar. Like 100%, we're not dissimilar at all. So I focus on being happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I focus on dealing with what I can deal with at that time. There's many things I haven't dealt with from adolescence, teenage, toddler, whatever it's been I haven't dealt with or has kind of resurfaced.
Yeah.
But I still would try my best to encourage myself, be happy and have a positive energy and outlook on things.
Of course.
But then obviously that the clock has to be reset.
Yeah.
And I need to do that. And that's when I'm like you. I switch off, I move away, I withdraw myself, and I go within myself. And it shows, don't get me wrong. Oh my God, it shows. Like from how I am with my peers, like
You got like 5 different sides to you.
bro, listen, like, you know.
It's just the people's one you get number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3.
I'm saying, it's not like I'm a Gemini or something. Actually, take that back. No disrespect to Geminis. No disrespect to Geminis at all. But not say I have like a bipolar, but literally, you know in my character that something's up.
Bothering them. Yeah.
You mean? This is why I don't like to show it. This is why I tried my best to shut off. But I still got to function. I still got to go work. You know what I'm saying? I still got to be me. So it's a difficult one. But I need to reset. I need to go with myself. And yes, I don't like to be around people because if I feel, I don't like to be around people. That's wrong. I don't like to be around people when I'm feeling a particular way. Yeah. So when I'm anxious about something, if I'm pissed off about something, whatever it is being, like I
remove yourself.
I have to remove myself. Whatever it may be, I'm gone.
Yes.
So disagreements, arguments, I'm ghost. See you later. You know what I mean? Because I can't take on yours, and I got to deal with mine.
Do you think that's just like kind of down to like feelings and your emotions? Because it's like, if you dealing with someone's energy and you're trying to deal with yours, and you're like, there's too much going on at once.
Yes, it can't work.
You're like, fuck, like, I don't want to blow up, but if I move myself from that situation, and I just go in my own zone, my own bubble again, as you said, reset again, then I can go again. But if you keep on being next to me all the time, I can't reset.
Exactly that. It's a struggle. I have underlying issues where I'm cold or I'm hard.
Yes. Yeah.
And because that's worked for me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have that mindset that it should work for everyone else.
Yeah.
I can switch off and go, low, this is the situation, boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Or like, let's say there's a dilemma. I'm black and white with my view.
Yes.
So it's a case of being, can I do X? No, I can't do it. Then it's Y.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
I'm not whining about it, not complaining about it. It's done.
Yeah.
When others are like, yeah, but this, but that, but this. Well, if you're not doing this about it, then it's you know what I'm saying? And because I have that view, I'm now like, okay, well, I've told you this is how it is.
Yeah.
I've given you my opinion how it is. There's not much more for me to say in it.
Yeah.
Then I'm cold.
Yeah.
I'm hard. I switch off from there. And that's what's worked for me in my emotions. I'm still a work in progress.
Of course.
So me being able to go within myself, take a moment to switch off, to reset. These are my mechanisms to benefit me as best way possible. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Majority of the time it does. Or I convince myself that it does. But it's required so I don't kind of, I'm going to say, deflect that onto others. Yeah. You know, so, and that's how I deal with things overall. Sometimes I'm 100% lying to myself. Yeah. 100 million % lying to myself. Like, you're good. I'm blaming Gowin.
I'm going to ask you a personal question then.
Go on.
What was the relationship between you and your dad? Was your dad around when you were younger?
No. What is the relationship between my dad? We never really had a relationship. We have one now, don't get me wrong.
Okay, yeah.
But many a year growing up, it was a case of he's an absent father. So I saw him sporadically, primarily when he needs to give my mum money. Every month and so forth. And equally, when I would spend time with my gran or my auntie, I would see him.
Okay.
But again, my wording is I will see him. We didn't really have that much of a
father son.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like to air my business out. So like I'll go to my gran's where he stayed. Yeah. But he had a girlfriend as well. So like I'll be there and I'll stay with my aunt, stay with my gran. I'll be hanging out with them.
And he'd be gone.
And he'd be ghost.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He made efforts here and there. Like his girlfriend should tell me, like years down the line, like I asked him to bring you out with us and so on and so forth. He made some efforts, but by and large, he wasn't really there. Yeah. Which I, at a time, I can't say the word resent is too strong of a word, but I disliked. And it has had a knock-on effect for me. Because he wasn't there, isn't it? Imagine, to let you in, imagine like I'm here chilling out with my auntie, his room's just across the hall. Yeah. And like he would come in, he'd shut the door.
Okay.
I'm still with my auntie.
Yeah.
Like I don't recall. Again, I could have blocked out a few things in my
course.
trauma.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't recall him saying, "Yeah, Len, come chill out with me." Blah blah. Let's go here. I don't remember him. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember a few occasions where we went out. He took me to watch him play because he played American football.
Yeah.
So I did that. But again, it's few and far between from my recollection.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruh, like for real?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll come down and see me at school sometimes, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was frosty.
Yeah.
Early years, and I never had that connection with him in that sense.
Yeah.
Years go by, again, this distance between us, but then I became a man.
Okay.
And when I became a man, there's like my ignorance level went up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. and that was like, you can't tell me nothing, innit?
Of course.
What?
Yeah.
With me? Like on this kind of arrogant, bossy, even aggressive tip. I'm like, what? Like, what are you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
I'm not having it. Whatever you try to tell me, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of negativity I was drawing from. So again, there was a wedge there.
Yeah.
But equal is like, I've been good in it.
Yeah.
I'm at this point now. So whatever you say to me is neither here or there. You can't really come to me with anything else. You with me? And that's how it kind of manifests itself until I changed up.
Yeah.
I matured. I grew. I was like, okay, cool.
How did you look at it in a different light? When you said when you matured, what is it when you had kids, then you decided to mature, or did you mature before you had kids?
No, it was before.
Okay.
It was before. Because there was still the want. You with me?
Yeah.
There was still the want. And there's a do you know, I'm laughing to myself because I'm thinking, okay,
but you're replaying it.
I'm replaying it.
Yeah.
All right, so honesty, right? Now this one here doesn't sit well with me.
Okay.
But is my go-to.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
To tell you and to tell the world.
Yeah.
So, scenario. He asked me to help out my uncle.
Okay,
and work with my uncle.
Yeah.
Now again, let me be clear. I got love for my dad in it.
Yeah.
I got love for him.
You always will. You always will.
I got love for my dad. This is just the past.
Of course.
Okay, I don't want him to be judged on it. I'm not judging him on it.
Yeah.
This was the past, isn't it? So we're in
a
different space now.
Yeah.
But again, it's my experience. So sorry, I apologize, but I had to just that
100%, bro. You have to.
So he said, "Oh, I need to help out your uncle." So my uncle lives in America. So it's like he needs someone reliable, blah blah blah. So I'm at this point. I'm not working. I'm on job seeker allowance. Well, no, I can't do nothing about it. I'm not making no money, blah blah.
Yeah.
He said to me, "Oh, don't worry, I'll pay for you."
Okay.
I'm like, all right, America. Cool. He said about like 3 to 6 months. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then after him telling me this, he turned around and said, "But you got to pay me back."
Oh.
Right? In the same conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
here we go.
God, went up, boom, straight away. Barriers.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, it ends happy, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So now, barriers up, guards up. All right, cool, no problem in it. Boom, so said, so done. I flew out to America, working with my uncle. As soon as I got paid from my uncle, I sent that money back.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky. Yeah. Straight away.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Post it out. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't owe you no more in it.
Was that for pride? You done that
100% straight away. It's pride. Yeah. I don't. You don't.
You don't want to have him anything over you.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Straight away. Boom.
Yeah.
Shipped it out. Yeah. Got a phone call. How you doing? Boom, boom. Yeah, I'm alright. It's cool, innit? Enjoying it. Blah blah blah. Like I received the money. I'm surprised you're paying back so quick.
Yeah.
You said pay you back, innit? I'm paying you back.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
I'm paying you
Guard
back.
up.
Guard up. You said pay you back, innit? Done. That's it.
Yeah.
Transaction's over, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now again, guard up, cold, hardness.
Yeah.
Now, this is me. Boom. I carried on working in America, living in America. I'm all good in it. Am I baiting myself by saying I was working in America?
No, you're not baiting up yourself.
But yeah, anyway.
You're volunteering.
I'm being silly. But no.
You're volunteering.
So now, boom. So this is me. I'm going on with my life, right?
Yeah.
Boom. I get a knock. So I'm in my room. I get a knock on the door. Yeah. So I'm thinking my uncle or my cousin coming to check me, blah, blah. It's my dad.
Came into America?
He came to America.
Oh, okay.
On a surprise tip.
Yeah, didn't tell you, yeah.
Didn't tell me. Boom, he's there. Knocked on the door. Burst out crying.
Bro.
Hugged him, burst out crying.
How did it make you feel when you was doing that? Like, what made you burst out just crying? What was it? What was it? But what connection and emotion was it at that time?
I think it was everything I had pent up, I believe.
Is that over the years?
Over the years. Mm-hmm. But the fact that being that he did that and surprised me doing it, it showed me a side that I haven't seen.
It showed that he really cared about you.
Oh, right. I mean, like, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, I could do guesstimate and tell you what the reason was, but because I don't know, at that time it was like a hug, a warm embrace, and I cried. But sobbing.
For the both of you two to cry though, you both knew that there was something in between you, that there was a barrier in between the both of you. Yeah. Because clearly it seems like your dad was also feeling some pain and he was also going through his things. You had pain and you was going through your things. And for him to fly over and then for him to able to greet you like that and for both of you to kind of break down like that, it showed you that you two both had your guards up and he didn't know how to judge you and you didn't know how to judge him. So I think that was like the moment where both of you dropped your guards.
Yes.
And it was more now, we are father and son. And that's what that hug was.
Again, it was. And it was kind of from there, I can't say we moved strength to strength. That's half of the truth.
But it was a building. That's when it started building.
That's the first block, my brother.
Yeah.
The first block. I still had the issues, still had the underlying aggressions and so
that's
forth.
Fine.
Like it's still there. Like even to a point of I was gonna miss his wedding.
Yeah. Okay.
Of my ignorance. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not going in it.
Yeah.
You and me, it was still there. And like it was his peers and mates and best men said, Len, come on, like stop being silly because we all went there together. But it was like it's still there. It didn't disperse. Yeah. So that wasn't like all of a sudden it's all forgiven. But that was the first stepping block to us building. And years down the line, he apologized to my mum.
Wicked.
And he apologized to me for his at that time inability to be the person he was meant to be. And like he became a father again. So I've got two younger brothers. Yeah. And like he's in him learning firsthand officially now what fatherhood is and being a parent is, that kind of awakening.
Yes.
So he's able to say, Joe, Len, like this is me, and we are still trying to rebuild now.
Still
We're
from
good.
today.
Still from today. It's like it's not
good though.
It's not a finished article by any stretch of means.
It never is. It never is.
We're good, innit? I'm saying we're good.
And I think as well that the fact that you two are in a good place, but it's also good for your dad to recognize his wrongness. And he came and apologized to you, and he came and apologized to your mum. That also showed you that he also matured even more in himself, right? But also he recognized his wrongness. And I think sometimes as fathers, we sometimes might know we're in the wrong, but because we have this big guard up, we feel to ourselves, I don't want to be the one to be apologizing because I may know I'm in the wrong, but I don't want you to know that I'm in the wrong. Yeah. And it's not really about, I can even base it down to egos.
Pride and ego, 100%.
Pride and ego, yeah.
Pride and ego, definitely.
Well, at times I just think that. And
vulnerability as well.
Yeah. I can also apply this to younger fathers and also the fathers. But I think that there has to be a point, and also to mothers as well, because this platform has really opened up a lot of mothers' eyes to see that fathers do care. And I do think that if fathers are in the wrong, and if you know you're in the wrong, apologize. Even though she that might want to hear it now, at least you tell and goes, well, I apologize. I've said I'm sorry. I was in the wrong for doing this. I may be doing the wrong for that. But at least then, if she still wants to have that barrier up against you, at least you tell and goes, well, I've done everything on my side. Well, I've apologized. I've showed my wrongness. At the end of the day, to you then decide to accept it, we're always going to be in the same spot.
But yes, 100%. And is the first brick in rebuilding that bridge. And for me...
And it's also small steps.
Again, of course. Like, for me, it's like you could turn around and say, okay, in hearing the story, too little, too late. Like I was in, like with that situation I was referring to. We both cried. I was 21. Yeah, I was 21.
Yeah.
When that situation happened, and then from there moved along. And then his apology happened years afterwards.
Yeah.
So you could turn around and say, "Oh, it's a bit late for that, isn't it?" But is it too late to apologize? No. But it enables you to start rebuilding that foundation that should have been there from the off. And is obviously what we don't do often enough is say sorry. And yeah, I commend him and credit him for doing so, because I don't know what our situation would be, what our relationship would have been if he didn't. And that I'm able to, my daughter able to see her grandfather and interact with her grandfather and have that bond and so on and so forth with me. Otherwise, it would have been something completely different. And me, my coldness and my hardness, which is what I've learned or taught myself to survive.
Open up a bit. Well, open up. Are you starting to, obviously you're now more opening up.
Exactly that.
You understanding your wrongness.
Yep.
And obviously you're still trying to work on that.
100%.
Yeah. So this I'm just going to try to move just a bit more forward now. So with the whole the kid's mother, obviously the one that it's rocky and things. You have apologized already. I think you've said that before.
100%.
You've apologized.
I've thrown my hands up. I said what I need to say. Yes.
Okay. And in the sense of trying to get the boat to be steady again, like real steady, where it's cruising. Like, how do you think you can get the boat just cruising instead of it just like doing the Titanic, just boom, boom, boom? You don't want to sink the thing to sink, right?
No, I don't. But element of ignorance with this response, right? I don't think I need the boat
to cruise,
because we don't need to see eye to eye within ourselves.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, like, I don't need to like what you're wearing. You don't need to like what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
You know, you dress how you want to dress. You eat what you want to eat, and so forth. You and me, on a simple scale. But we both need to be co-parenting.
Yeah.
So I don't have to like you, but I got to respect you as the mother of my children.
100.
So for me, the boat, to a degree, again, ignorant statement, is neither here or there. But it's the fact of being that us as parents and co-parents, we are in that boat.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's contradictory, I suppose, because in order for the co-parent, the boat should be steady and cruising. But let's say, all right, use the boat as an analogy, right? So we need to be rowing at the same time. But you can be way over there and I can be way over here.
But just have two long sticks.
Two long oars, but just row at the same time. That's it. I don't have to tell you what. You don't have to tell me what. Just row at the same time. So you had just cohesion. Contradictory statement, got the boat needs to rock. But yeah, that's it. Our focus should be our children.
100.
Not each other. You know what I mean?
Children.
Our children. Obviously, I don't want no ill feelings to you. I don't want you to be full under the weather.
Yeah, of course.
So forth. I don't want that. You with me?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, my focus is my
on
children.
Kids.
So once I have my children, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You could become a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cut yourself in half. Whatever you want to do in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Once it doesn't affect my children, and that's it.
You're fine.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, what I will say is, first things first, I want to big up to your kid's mother, for one.
100%.
Because obviously she's keeping the kids safe. And us fathers love just to know that our kids are safe.
No doubt.
So we need to big up the mum for that.
Massive respect for that, 100%.
But if the mum, like, if she needs to kind of see the same eye to eye of you, she needs to put her differences aside as well.
I like to think so.
Yeah. So we know you have. We like to think that the mum has done that. And if you did want to say anything to obviously get the boat cruising or the canoe boat, whatever, sailing at the same time, what would you say to want it to get to that stage? What would be your
my declaration?
Yeah.
So it'll be, again, to apologize.
Okay.
Like, to reiterate my apology and to hit home,
Yeah.
even though I've done so. but to remind you that, yes, I do apologize,
Of course.
for the part that I have played.
Yeah.
I hold my hands out to the part that I've played. And for you to see that this is bigger than you or I. This is their legacy and their future, which our actions can have an effect.
Of course.
So, I don't want to throw the guilt card or anything like that, but to be real with it, whatever you're doing, yes, it is affecting me wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Whatever effect you wanted, you're getting it. But it's also affecting our children. And that tunnel vision or that bullseye you see on myself, like you've got to, I urge you to see past that.
Of course.
Because nothing I do is going to affect my children's life, their health, their well-being. You with me? Like my eldest is thriving. You know what I'm saying? She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bad parent. Yeah. It's just that we're not there.
Just don't connect.
So that's cool. I mean, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
You're happy within yourself.
I'm good at that. Exactly that. Just see
a beyond,
because all it's going to be is that microaggression you have towards myself can turn into a major along the lines. As I know it's done for my dad and myself and my dad. Not saying that my mum was involved. She might have been involved, to be fair.
Yeah, you just don't know.
I'm not ruling it out.
Yeah.
But it has had an effect. And I don't want that effect.
You don't want a chain reaction.
Exactly that. I don't want that. I want to break that. I want that intervention. I want to intervene. Yes. That cycle.
Yes.
And to show that, okay, we are able to produce and produce healthy, mentally and physically and spiritually young people. Yeah. Even though we don't see eye to eye, because culturally we have many broken homes.
Of course.
But nevertheless, even the broken home doesn't mean you have to have a broken individual.
Thank you.
And just make sure that you're seeing that the individual or the individuals, because they're twins, should be paramount. Yeah. Like, I'll swallow whatever brick. Yeah. You with me? And within reason, to know that they are benefiting.
Yes. And as you also said before, it starts from the small brick. Just slowly just build. So if she comes at you, cool, boom. That's just another brick just being built. And you just keep on working and working and working till you end up building a house. You understand? Because that's what we are working to.
A bridge I'm working to. I'm not going to say a house.
Okay.
I don't want a house.
Has value, you know.
I know, but that means you got to be in that house. Okay. But no,
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. You know what I mean? So I'm just joking.
I know. Yeah. There was one more thing that you did mention before, and you was talking about you want to be like a father. And I think that sometimes mothers don't understand when the father wants to be around, he wants to be at like the school plays. He wants to be at the when they go to the opening evenings. And to me, growing up, when I was a young boy, it wasn't the materialistic things I was usually looking out for. It was just the small things my parents used to do. I used to know that my parents was always at my school open evenings. I always knew my parents was going to be at my football matches or taking me football training. Like, these are the things I feel that what is valued. So when mums sometimes stop the dad from not seeing a child, these are sometimes can be the knock-on effect, because these are the things what like children do look out for. You get me? Kids look out for that. Yeah, my dad was there for that. My dad was there. School plays. You understand? Like, these are the things. And I think sometimes the mothers don't understand that can affect the child. Not really, it's affecting the father, 100%, don't get me wrong. But that's also affecting the child. And these are the things that they grow up on and say, raw, like, that person's parents there, that person's, but my one's not. Yeah. And I think sometimes the mothers, as you said, they need to put their differences aside. And we have to focus on the individual, or if it's a child or if it's the kid. Yeah, that's where the energy has to be on. Don't matter who's hurt who in the past, who's done what in the past. It goes back down to what these kids are going to remember when they grow up.
100%.
You get me?
And it only happens late in the day when we do realize when the damage has been done. You know what I mean? Like, yes, 100%. I want to be running in a parent's sports day race.
Yes.
You know, fall over or tear my hamstring because I didn't stretch.
Listen. I've dropped much, you know. I dropped once.
Don't worry, my hamstring. I took my hamstring as well once. Still not stretching, running in jeans. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, like that is being missed, and you know from my scale is bigger than me as well as bigger than us in the sense of being a stigma that we as African Caribbeans are experiencing. You've got what MPs commenting about Marcus Rashford.
Yes.
Like, do you know where your father is? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like,
trying to hit at him.
That stereotype that's there, that's perpetuated. Oh yeah, where's your dad? Where's your dad?
And we need to change that.
And it's these little things obviously that have that knock-on effect.
Yes.
So yes, it's bigger than that. Like I wouldn't want my child to turn around. You see it in movies. You know, you see loads of movies. A child's doing a play and they look and they see an empty seat.
Yes.
And they sold us.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now that there shouldn't be the case, right? And it's again, it's for parents,
Yes.
to ensure that's not the case. A father could turn around and go, oh yeah, well, she's been like X, she's been like Y, oh, that's not my you, or boom, boom, boom. Like you're missing the point in that sense. And equally the mother like, oh well, if he's not gonna give me what I want, or if he's not gonna be my man, then he can't.
Yes.
That's not the point.
Thank you.
So yes, all of that. Not to say that should be the number one reason. Of course, if there's abuse in a situation,
then it's different.
Whether it be drug, alcohol, emotional, physical, like consistent. Different. Don't get me wrong, people have arguments.
Yeah.
You have bitch match, someone throw a plate. The still counts as abuse, don't get me wrong. It still counts as abuse, but there is that.
Yeah.
But if it's a pattern, then obviously you just intervene. But again, like there's ways around it.
Yeah.
And that's what you just always just think of. Don't think of me. I don't mind if you don't think of me at all. Just
the child.
Just that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And most people be clouded. Oh yeah, well I will give my child everything that they need. They don't need anything from anyone else but me.
Yes.
Blah blah. I can do it by myself. You're missing the point.
I also think as well with that conversation. I'm gonna wrap it up. I know you have to go.
No problem. I got a message.
But yeah, just on what you were saying there, this is why, and I have to always keep on expressing it. This is why fathers have to be in the child's life. This isn't for fathers who maybe have easy access to go and see their child and don't want to go and see the child. Yeah. That's also going to them man there too. So even them man there, think about it. If you're in that position where your child's doing a play and that seat is empty and you're not sitting in that chair, what do you think on a long term are you doing to that child? Because I know how I felt. You understand? That's why I've never missed any of my kids' plays. Yeah? Tell a lie, I missed one and I was caught up in traffic and I got to that play in the last 5 minutes. Do you know how shit I felt when I got to that play? Yeah. Because I'm a man. I don't miss none of my kids' plays, sports days, whatever. Yeah. I have to, even one time my daughter came and told me 24 hours about her sports day. And I'm like, how long ago did you know about this sports day? I knew about it for like 2-3 weeks ago, Dad. So how come I'm now finding out 24 hours later, like before it's happening? I had to then cancel what I was doing just to make sure I was at her sports day. You see what I'm trying to say to you, my brother? Yeah. You know what I'm saying to you? So this is what I'm trying to say to you, that these things play a big part in these kids' life. It's not about the trainers. It's not about what you buy them, because some others might say, but I can buy them that and it's going to keep them happy. No. They need the mum and the father in their life. At what part? These are the things we're talking about. These are the places where the fathers and the mother needs to be at. So that's my take on it. Yeah. Is there anything you want to say, bro?
I echo what you're saying.
Okay, G.
Love.
Yeah.
That's what it has to
comes down to.
Love. I'm not saying love the father. I'm not saying you have to love the mother. I'm not saying that. But love should conquer all in ensuring that your children get all the love that they need and deserve. That's where your love should be directed towards. If you can't love each other, love.
100.
Because love will always beat hate. 100.
Bro, listen, man, thanks for coming, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Love around there, G.
Always.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm going to
king.
tell people it's not easy when you come on as baby father, when you have to talk about your life experience and then have to go into your diary, into the encyclopedias to reflecting back to talk about your experience and what you've gone through. It's not easy. So I want to big up to you, my brother.
Thank you, King.
Because it's not easy. Yeah. And anybody who's been watching this, make sure you should, if you got anything you want to add to this pod, just make sure you put it in the comments, innit? And I think we're done on this one. So big up to everybody. Big up to you once again, my brother. And listen,
Peace.
baby fathers, we out, man. We gone.